Hello, this is Whatcast, and this is Matt. I listened to I listen to a lot of people doing live streams, always have done, on the flat Earth argument that's been going on for many years. That's just culminated with the 24-hour sun observation in Antarctica, and yesterday. I was listening to a few yesterday evening here and there, and one of them I was listening to was Jeran's latest one, Jeranism, who went to Antarctica, had the balls to go to Antarctica, so therefore gets demonized by the entire flat Earth community for having the guts to actually seek the truth, like everybody claims that they want to do. And I have got to put this out there. And I've got to commend this guy for the way he's having not only had the balls to go to Antarctica to test something that he genuinely seems to have believed, the fact that he didn't think there would be a 24-hour sun in Antarctica. And he went to see if there was. And not only that, he's also got the balls to come on 10 hours he was live, right? And just to field questions from the idiot community. Not all of them. Some of them are quite supportive. Some of them want to look for his position. Well, you'll hear his position with the clips I've got, right? But it's just nice when someone, because you don't see it very often these days, when someone calls themselves a truther. These days, they genuinely just lie to sound smart. That's generally, they're not actually interested in the truth. They get ingrained in their position, and they want to just win the argument because everyone talks to each other like shit, right? So basically, if you online these days, if you disagree on something like the shape of the Earth, which to me is a fucking ridiculous thing to disagree on, but people do disagree on that, they instantly attack each other. I've always tried to stay out of this cultish behavior. I think we live on a globe. I think that's been proven now beyond any doubt. However, I don't have globy friends, and I don't go round on the internet being an anti-flat earther and joining this gang, and I like all these people because they happen to agree with what I think the shape is, and I hate all of these people. I've never been like that. And I've always found Jeran as the closest you can get to that on the other side, right? He's always seems to be a bit more honest and actually looking for evidence way more than the others. They've all turned on him now. But I didn't expect him to go this far this quickly. I expected him to concede the point. I expected him to then have a slow journey of realization of how he was being treated and potentially questioning things that he's questioned in the past, things that he spoke about in the past. I've kind of been there. I've gone down a lot of conspiracy rabbit holes in the past. Without further ado, let's just get on with it. Let's see what he says. So this is a caller that he took quite early in the show, and then I've got another clip for how frustrated he gets with his own community later on, and starts physically showing them on the map where they're going so wrong. Let's watch.
Oh, hey, man. How you feeling?
I'm just doing fantastic. I had a good day. I had a good first part of the day. But now I'm feeling like getting high any second now. What's up?
Yeah, man. Just chill. All is well. You know, Earth is still flat.
All is well? I don't know anymore. No,
really?
Not with the stuff I've seen. I mean, think about it. So we've got a big group of researchers that I've always found to be intelligent and sharp that are tripping over for a whole week footage that I know every bit of is real, that I was there. Okay, so that shows me that we have a terrible problem. The problem is that no matter who went down there, and I'll stop your clock real quick while I diatribe, but the problem is that no matter who goes down there, whoever went down there, we would have said it was fake. So what that means is that the flat Earth is incapable of handling things that are outside of our model or don't fit our model. What we turn to is demonizing those who are the ones who step forward and say, hey, look what I found, look what I observed. We say, no, you didn't, shill, liar, faker, right?
I mean, I'd have to... I do wonder. Everything he's saying is completely right. That's exactly what they've been doing, and it is beyond ridiculous. So stupid. They're making it outside of their echo chamber. Everybody is laughing at them, right, for doing this rather than just accepting. These people were there, GPS tracked there. They had the coordinates on their phone of exactly where they were, showing it on live streams, and nobody can just accept it and move on. Even if they don't change their opinion, they got, as he's saying, they give themselves a big problem. But I do wonder if he hadn't gone and someone else had gone, would he be one of these people? I mean, I don't know if he's ever done that in the past. I don't want to give him too much credit, although I've always thought he was an all right bloke. He's always come across reasonable to me. So, it's not like a new thing. Like suddenly I've jumped on the Jeran bandwagon and going to praise him up because everyone else is. It's like I've always thought that the way he moderates debates on his channel is always fair. The way that he conceded with the ISS back in the day was fair. I just don't know if he has actually demonised anybody in his own community or ex-community, it seems, because that was massive when he said there, I don't know anymore. Wasn't expecting that this fast from him. Let's listen.
So that is a intellectually dishonest position, and it's worse than the Globers have ever been. The Globers have never been that bad that they just do that. Call things fake, dismiss things, say it's not important anymore. We don't need to work it out. We don't need a model. We don't need a map. That's ridiculous to me. We need to step up and be like we were in 2015, 16, 17. But we don't have that kind of people. We have people that care about clicks, people who think people on TikTok are making good content when it's objectively garbage.
The TikTok people they have done so much damage to the flat earth movement. I mean, I think it's a ridiculous movement anyway, but the kind of morons, there's a dickhead on TikTok. There's many dickheads, but there's one old named Son of Africa that literally done a parlor trick that the magicians do. You can see how you do it online with involving two forks and a match. Light the match, balance it on find its center of gravity, by the way, hang it on this side of a glass, a drinking glass, and burn it and watch it and see what's keeping it up. Gravity debunked, and people in the comment section applauding that, not realizing that also debunks electrostatics, density, buoyancy, and everything else he's talking about. If it debunks anything, but it doesn't. They're using gravity to debunk gravity, and not realizing the irony of that. Right, insane.
TikTok has hurt us. But go ahead.
Well, weren't the flat earthers back in 2015 saying the same things we're saying now, like, water is still level, it lays flat.
No, it's flat, it's level.
We've gotten
the
nowhere.
Shape of its container.
So we've gotten nowhere in 10 years.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
okay.
All is well, because we still know the earth is flat, right? We have the evidence.
We have the what?
We have the evidence.
So how does the flat earth explain the sun in the south?
Well, from what I've seen, like for me personally, it doesn't matter, right?
Well, of course it doesn't matter, right? You see what I'm saying? So the new flat earth position is to just say anything that doesn't match doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Well, I'll tell you why.
But do we think should we be acting cocky when our new answer is it doesn't matter? Do you think that Bob Nodell would have ever said it doesn't matter? Do you think that Rob Skiba would have ever uttered the words it doesn't fucking...
I don't know, because Bob Nodell was famously the Thanks Bob stuff with the ring laser gyroscope that found the 15-degree shift. Kind of did say it doesn't matter after that experiment, right? Did he say that? I mean, am I just wrong? I don't know. I'll be wrong if I'm wrong. But to me, he found evidence proving we are moving and decided that it proved the sky was moving. Couldn't substantiate that evidence and just moved on and said it doesn't matter, I think.
Matter?
I don't care, man. I'm speaking for myself.
Well, good for you. Okay, well then you shouldn't be in conversations about the shape of the earth then.
Why not?
Because if you think it's you think it's okay to say it doesn't matter. When somebody says, hey, this observation doesn't match where you think the earth is, and you just say, doesn't matter, then you don't get a right to contest with the other person about what the shape of the earth is. They're making predictions. You're not. You're useless.
Well,
they're actually getting shit done.
The other person just to ask me, why doesn't it matter?
What?
I would just expect the other person to ask me, why doesn't it matter?
Okay, so why doesn't it matter?
Because the sun is apparent. now.
The sun
We
is a
can-
physical object. Proven.
The sun is apparent. That means it can be absolutely anywhere I want it to be, and therefore it doesn't prove anything. Nah. What a adult making this argument. What a ridiculous fucking argument.
Proven. How was it proven?
Many times by many people. Look at what Austin Thompson's been doing. Do you contest his daily videos of the sun? With
What do
sunspots
they-
that move in a pattern that it matches exactly what the website says it does? I'm just wondering if you
Yeah,
contest
how-
it.
No, I'm just wondering, like, how do optic observations of the sun tell us anything about the distance to it? Whether what is
Nobody
it
said that.
composed of?
Nobody said that.
Well,
I didn't say anything about what the distance of it was, and I didn't say anything about what it was composed of.
well, what do we know of the sun? Really?
know it's
Now,
physical,
I wanna
and we
ask
know-
you, what's your
We know the path of the
what's your
sun.
position?
We know the path of the sun. Right?
You said it's physical, right?
Yes, and we know the path of the sun. Now,
But
can
how
it be?
do you- I ask you, how do you know it's physical? You don't.
I don't know. It's physical.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. So that just comes down to whether or not you're going to accept evidence. I've looked at the evidence that Austin has, and I accept it. You don't. That's fine. We can agree to disagree.
I look at all the evidence, man. All I've been doing for the
Yeah, how'd you know it's physical? What, as he's saying, you can't just dismiss shit that don't work for you. If you want the truth, you can't just say, well, that doesn't work, that's not physical. That don't work, that's not physical. It doesn't matter if the moon and the sun, everything in the sky, ignore all of that. No, it doesn't matter, that's not physical. That's just, that's up to our personal domes where that shit is, right? This is the nonsense that they say. And we're going to go back to the things in the sky don't prove what we're standing on argument. What is the point in holding that position? You look like a moron.
past.
But you didn't know who I was
weeks.
talking about. You didn't even know about the evidence I'm talking about. So you
Andrew Thompson.
No. So you don't look at all the evidence because I'm telling you something you haven't seen. So why do people think it's okay
What
just
is
to
it like?
say words?
You say sunspots. How does that prove anything?
Go look at it. It's a physical sun. The sun does not move around. It does not jolt in and out of existence. You can track it with a camera. It's in a known spot. It's a known item, and you can see things on its surface. Have you seen Crow 777's work? He takes a hydrogen alpha cameras or hydrogen alpha shots of the sun. The sun is a physical item. It's just, you can argue with it all you want. It's embarrassing that we have people that think that they can just say to actual evidence.
Well, to me, the globe sun, whatever you're still trying to push, that it explains the sky.
You're trying to push the sun. Have you ever heard anything so ridiculous? The sun is there. Everyone sees the sun. For flat Earth to work, flat Earthers now have to say the sun doesn't exist. It's only apparent. This is what it's come down to. Just grow the fuck up and accept that you haven't got a model that explains the 24-hour sun in Antarctica. Try and get one. Try and work on one. Do what you can to try and find a way to make it work along with every single other observation that there is. But you can't just say, actually, that don't work, so blah, la, 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 can't see it anymore, no sun, doesn't exist. Or should I say, let's see, Lee's obvious one here.
Don't exist!
The sun!
Don't exist!
Let's play on.
Can explain 99% of the population seeing sunlight at one time.
No, and I think
So-
that's just something stupid that the TV newscasters say.
No, that was proven by
Uh,
Dave Weiss.
Proven?
Yeah.
99% of the world saw light. Proven?
Yeah, that
Okay,
was the
another objective.
observation. And
I mean,
the
I'm getting sick to my.
It was proven by Dave Weiss. That's real evidence. Everyone believes Dave Weiss. Dave Weiss with the app with the sun going round the two tropics that would always be north if you was in Antarctica. The guy he's talking to right here was in Antarctica looking south. Even if you dismiss Antarctica, even if you pretend they didn't go, even if you pretend the sun's only apparent, they were still in Chile before it, Puerto Arenas, was it? And they still looked south and saw the sun from there, which was still beyond the tropics, what it's supposed to track according to David Weiss's model that you're using as evidence. Right? What nonsense.
Stomach that flat earthers think it's okay just to say lies. just to say lies. There's no, find me where it says 99% of the world saw the light of the sun ever. It's never
I
been.
showed you that in November, Speakers Corner, man. We went through this. I'm not gonna go through it all,
Okay.
again.
99%.
Yeah, I've
wanna
already
say my
told you.
piece,
Okay.
I'm not going to
We got-
go through it all again. So let's find some more then here when he talks about the map later on. So here is this is much later in the stream. This is nearly six, well, over 6.5 hours in. Jesus, how would you sit there for 6 hours doing a live stream? I do not know, but credit to him. He's taking on all comers. We had Flatside popped up on this stream some point. McToon or MC Toon popped up there. Witsit came on for a bit. A few other people. I don't know who this bloke is. Vax Wax or something. Another dickhead. Let's see what Jeran has to say to him.
Don't even realize that you're the one that's grossly wrong. And it's just pathetic that you're going to...
You're over here talking about taking elevation angles off a pen. How am I wrong?
Because you're wrong about it. If I take an elevation off a pen, I could do that. If I lived on a pen, I could go to
How
the
would you
top and
take an
draw a tangent.
elevation angle off a pen, Jeran?
He's
I
going to
just told you,
explain
you
now
draw a
with the
Find
actual
that
AE
in
map.
use whatever you want to use, the astrolabe and figure
So
it out.
you would
Okay.
you would stand on top of a pen and draw a tangent, or would you get on a gigantic pen like the size of the Empire State Building and turn it sideways?
You don't get it. All right, so look at. So this picture you can see, I don't know if you can see the flat Earth map here. This is called the North Pole. Somebody stands here in the center, right? And I said, if you're there,
Globe projection you got there. Like that's the other thing, dude. You're
There we
upset over a globe projection.
I'm not upset about anything.
That's not my map.
Oh, my phone died.
It's not my
Shit.
map.
Bye, guys.
Your phone died, but you're able to tell us that. All right.
Yeah, my
Just
phone
explain-
died.
I was saying, if you're here at the North Pole, which way does the sun go? We know the sun goes this way. There's no question. We're not in Z-land where we say we don't know what the sun does. We know what the sun does every day. It's done it for thousands of years, and it will do it tomorrow and the day after. So it goes this direction. So if you're here, no matter if you're looking this way, or if you're looking this way, or if you're looking this way, or this way, on this map, the sun goes left to right. Left to right. This guy, left to right. This guy, left. He's like, what if you turned around? It's the opposite direction. No, it's not. If you're here and you turn around, it's still left to right. Turn around here, it's left to right. Okay?
You should
So,
tell your mate Witsit
on
that.
the
He doesn't
flat Earth,
understand
the
that.
sun goes left to right if you're inside that circle. Now, if you go to the south here and you see the sun going the opposite way, the sun is now moving this way. And it doesn't do it once, it does it for 4 months. And again, what people didn't understand about this,
Down here.
we were showing this, people might think it just happens here. It doesn't matter if you're here, if you're here, if you're here, or here. Or if you're here, wherever you're at in Antarctica, the sun goes around you every day. Now, granted, if you're closer to the edge, it only does it on the solstice, and if you closer.
Why don't they understand this? Oh, it don't matter. It's fake. It doesn't matter. It's funny that they take every position with this as well. So the whole thing was fake. They didn't go. It's all bullshit. CGI, studio, blah, 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 blah. And at the same time, it doesn't matter anyway. Well, why are you pretending it was fake then? If it doesn't matter, just pretend it was fake and... there's no reason for you to pretend it doesn't matter if the whole thing was fake. So you obviously do believe they were there, but you need to take the position of the sun doesn't matter what it's doing, or you don't believe that they were there and the sun still does this thing and they didn't see it anyway. So, but you have both positions. That's how cowardly and pathetic that you are.
The middle, you get it for longer. But all these places have the sun doing this. So that makes no sense, right? Well, here's why it does make sense if you start thinking about it. Is because we know that the sun travels on the Tropic of Capricorn during December. Tropic of Capricorn is like right about further than that, maybe here. Make a different color, make it green. Okay, there's your Tropic of Capricorn. About there, okay? So here's the problem. We know that the sun travels above the Tropic of Capricorn December 21st. So the question becomes, when we went down, all I wanted to see, what I was looking for, they said, okay, one of two things is going to happen here. Either the people here are going to see the sun, sorry, let me draw here. So as the sun goes around here, let's say that we're out here, Punta Arenas, or we're out at Union Glacier. Either the sun's going to come around here and keep going this way because it has to get over to Australia. We know that it's on that path, on the Tropic of Capricorn. So it's either going to do that, but then when it's going like this around me, well, here's the thing. If it's doing this around me in Antarctica, I know that it's above the Tropic of Capricorn.
This is where he was. For those people that are not following this, and if you're new to this topic, I don't know why you'd be watching this, but he was here according to this map. He obviously wasn't here because this is bollocks, right? But according to this map, he would have been down here somewhere in Antarctica. The sun was circling him like that there, right? Whilst the actual sun was also above Australia, which is there, right? The opposite side, right? And people are trying to pretend that doesn't matter. If this is a globe, that is in that direction where he saw it. South is there, right? On a flat map, it'd have to look north and very, very far north.
Do you get it yet? How could this be the Tropic of Capricorn? And this be the Tropic of... We have 2 Tropic of Capricorns? No, we have 1. So when we realized that the sun came here in the north and then said, I'm going to follow you bitches down south in your plane, and then we landed and it said, now I'm just going to go around you for 4 days. Well, you should be able to put it together. That, oh, if it does that, it's because the Tropic of Capricorn is around this spot and it goes this way and comes back up here. How would that happen on a flat map? How am I seeing the sun here at midnight when it's over here? How would that be? So you can say it's a reflection. We can't see these stars, but we can see the sun. That makes a lot of sense. It's projecting 180-degree refraction. That we make fun of the globers for having 5-degree refraction. We're going to use 180 degrees. It's going to come all the way over here, be seen over here to my south. Or is it just the reason I'm seeing the sun here in my south is because it's above the Tropic of Capricorn here? And that means Australia is here. And then you're like, well, how could that happen? Oh, wait. There's a model that explains that to a T. So we can pretend it doesn't. You guys can cry like little bitches all you want. Or you can be adults and be like, oh, we should look into this. Because this map is no longer tenable at all. 0. And if you want to start invoking, oh, well, there's 6 different holes here, and they're portals that reverse.
Oh, God.
Somehow
I've seen that one.
This, but it shows the sun go this way, and this sun has the same sunspots as this sun, except for they're upside down. And it also is seen to be a physical item. We can zoom in on it and see it's physical, but we'll call it apparent because Z wants to call it apparent, and a couple other flat earthers have decided that the sun's apparent, so we don't know where it is now. Or do we recognize that we know where the sun is? So people all ask me, they said, you keep saying we know what the sun does, but then you're saying you don't know. So yeah, we know it stays above this tropic. The question is this the tropic, or is the tropic down there around the bottom of a globe? That's your question. Now, since we can't explain it on this map, to me it goes, oh, this map can't be right anymore. You can say, oh, yes, it can. Okay, then show us. That's the great thing. I'm not saying anything's been proven. If I say that, then I close my mind. You guys have already decided things have been proven. I have not. I'm open to evidence. The problem is we don't have flat earthers anymore building evidence.
No.
We have people like Alonzo lying, taking globe models, using the radius of the Earth, using the Haversine formula, which comes from the globe, and then putting it on a flat map and calling it, let me bring up his site if I can find it. Gosh, what is it? Geocentric something? Do I have it open here?
Oh, I think this is the thing that I did a video on.
Because I just want people to stop sharing it when it's not this. The problem is that we need to recognize that we're not in a better position than globers. That you'll say things like, the Stellium eclipse is impossible on the globe. When the globe says, give us 5 degrees of refraction, and then we make it work.
I don't know if I'm right about this, but I think it's only half a degree for the Stellium.
So that's their position. So we can make fun of it all we want, but then we can't act like we are in a better position and use 180-degree refraction for suns and stars. That's not okay. And you guys don't know that or something because you just think it's okay. You're like, we're at the better position. What do you mean? We're taking suns that are way the fuck over there and moving them way the fuck over there, and then we're like laughing at globers because they moved the sun up and the moon a little bit. They moved it up a little bit to explain a stellium, and we're like, that's impossible. But the sun from over there is seen over there. What are you fucking talking about? You can't do that, and that's what you guys do. It's not a good look. And the people that see it, I don't think are very many. So it's sad that I have to be the one to call it out because I'll get the shit for it. But unfortunately, I can't just let you guys keep lying. I can't let people say things like, they don't even have a map. Yeah, it's called the globe. What do you mean they don't have a map? Yeah, but it doesn't work. But they have continents and laid out on a globe. Yeah, but they don't match. What don't they match? What don't they match? So let me show you this.
We just got Dave McKeegan's time-lapse footage of the sun in Antarctica, and it's doing exactly what the Flat Earth model predicted it would do.
This is
exactly what I mean. This guy is lying to you. He's taken the globe mathematics, put it here. So this is what the globe would show you. The globe says if you're at the South Pole, you see the sun go around you. So
I did a
put it
video
your
on
flat
this.
map, it says, oh, you can see the sun go around you.
This is fascinating.
It's fascinating.
It's a big win for Flat Earth. Even right now, as it's
But watch this.
climbing up through their arc of vision. Look at that.
He's like, look at this. It matches the observation. Yeah, because you're using the sphere model, the Earth as a sphere. This is what the sun does in the South, in Antarctica. And you're just putting it on a flat map and then saying, look, it matches what we see in the real world. How do people not see this?
Every prediction made by the Flat Earth model has come true.
Every prediction made by the Flat Earth model has come true. Here's the problem. I mean, like, this
When
is
they say that.
I feel like bad. Like, I feel like attacking this guy because he's clearly lying to you. Who could say that? I mean, it's like, why would everyone? Okay, so he's showing you here. See where the sun is being seen by these people in Antarctica? But really, that sun is all the way across the Earth, above Australia, way the fuck over there, and we just magically grant it. No problem. Jeran, the Flat Earth has all the answers. Globe Earth's a lie. But this, look at this. It matches perfectly. What do you mean that we see the sun there and it's 180 degrees? It's on the other side of the North Stars that we tell people they can't see because it's too far. Why can't I see Polaris, Jeran, from the south? It's because it's too far. Oh, Polaris is too far, but not the fucking sun way on the other side? No, because you don't understand how light works. Like, do you guys realize you're believing a lie? You've bought into people like Alfonso Soriano here. Oh, look at this. It's magic, guys. These guys have learned to lie to you. Next is to take your money. Probably he's charging for a book or something because he's just going to tell you the flat Earth predicts exactly what we see. If you're talking about the flat Earth that has suns on the other side of the world that somehow magically appear behind us, okay, then you can grant them anything. Flat Earth wins. That's the new religion. Have fun.
There you go.
It's going this way, way over there, and we can see it over here. And you guys are like, that's not a big deal, but the stellium, let's chalk it up. Globe's done. They can't explain a stellium. What do you mean? They need 5 degrees of
Half a
lift.
degree.
You won't give them that, but you're going to take 180 degrees and move the fucking sun all the way across the Earth and be like, what? What's the big deal? Our model explains it. Every single model, every single prediction we've ever made comes true. That cocky behavior is disgusting.
Agreed. So there you go. Look, now he's getting there. His anger is because he's gone and seen it for himself and he knows it's wrong and he knows beyond doubt that it is wrong. There's nothing to argue. The people telling him that he's lying are pissing him off. The people that pretending it doesn't matter are pissing him off. The people that pretending that this has always been what we've said. He knows it's bullshit, right? Because if it is always what they said, he'd have been saying it. But he wasn't. He's been honest enough to even wits it to some degree. He's being honest. He's being less honest. Well, I don't know. Depends on their point of view, don't it? I'm not going to call people dishonest. They might genuinely believe this, but I think he's kind of gone on to say on other parts of the stream that he's kind of like he no longer considers himself a flat earther, but he's not ready to embrace the globe yet because obviously you can kind of see why this bloke's been attacked. There's lots of fucking dickheads on the globe side, right? There are lots of dickheads that are only doing it for ego, that pack together, they just go out looking for flat earthers because so they want to attack somebody and call everybody stupid and elevate their own intelligence. And you can understand why with Beyond the Curve and everything else that this guy's gone through and seeing dishonesty here and dishonesty there, why it's difficult for him to fully admit and to concede to these people that have been attacking him for a very long time. But I think he's definitely going to get there because there's no way anyone's going to create a model that he's going to accept now because he knows what the sun does and there's no possible way. A couple of people have been saying to me when am I going to next do the debate that I do, the live debate on TikTok when I go and talk to flat earthers and have debates with them. There's other ones. If you've not seen one before, go back on the channel. There's plenty there. I'm next week, I'd say, right? It's very difficult because you have to kind of live stream on there for 3 or 4 hours to get a couple of hours of content. And I don't have that much time on my hands, to be honest with you. So I will try and get on there on my day off, which is Monday, and do one then, hopefully. But there's no guarantees. And then you've got to hope that flat earthers will come up and speak to me because they tend not to, because they know by now that they can't play their usual shit with me. I will stick to the topic that I'm trying to talk about, and I don't care about ego, and I don't care about them saying you're dodging me when I'm not going to talk about what they tell me I need to talk about, or they're going to try and shame me and call me stupid. I don't care what they think. Their opinion of me is irrelevant. I want certain topics. My next topic will be, what is your final experiment excuse, right? And if they try to deviate from that and go elsewhere, they will be shut down and ridiculed because that's what they need. Cheers. Great work there, Jeran. You know, honesty. If you're going to be a truther, look for the truth. I'm Matt. This was Whatcast. See you later.